What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. Today is part 3 of the Surplus Suburban project. If you watch some of the previous videos, you'll see that I bought this Suburban from government surplus auction. It's a 2003. It's got the 8.1 liter engine, but it only has about 45,000 miles on it. My original intention was to part this thing out, but after getting it home, starting it up, hearing it run, seeing how low the mileage is, and talking about it with my wife, we decided to hold on to this thing. It's going to suit our needs in the future really well, so we're going to keep it. I'm going to get it back to 100% and up to our standards in a vehicle, and hopefully we'll have this thing for a long time. Today I am changing out the grille with another grille that I have. I'm going to be changing out these foggy headlights with some cleaner headlights. I have a front bumper as well that I'm going to be putting on, and I'm going to be getting some of this excess not used wiring out of the way here in the front. And I'm probably going to spray a little black spray paint behind the grille just because it's faded and chipping a little bit. So I'm just going to get right into it. The first thing I want to do is, like I said, this was a government surplus vehicle, and it's got a lot of old wiring that I have a suspicion what some of it was for, but I don't actually know what it was all for. There's an old winch power and ground cable here. I have no intention of putting a winch on the front of this thing, so I'm going to get that off. I'm assuming these are from some old fog lights or something like that. They don't appear to be the factory fog lights, so I'm going to get those out of the way. Once I get this old wiring out of the way, then I'm going to go ahead, clean out all this, what I'm guessing is bird's nest and other stuff out of here. Get a set of factory tow hooks reinstalled, because I'd much rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. And then we'll get the replacement grille that I have put on there, and get everything else done on this thing. So, like I said, I'm just going to get right into it and start getting this stuff pulled off of here. Cool, so the rest of this wiring is factory wiring for all the stuff that belongs up here. You know, headlights, the horns, and get this little bit of brush, whatever stuff this is, out of here. And the next thing I'm going to do is remove this cowl plastic and then get the grille popped off. A plastic trim removal tool and a flathead screwdriver and a 10mm socket is all you need to get this done. that's got the grill off. This, interestingly enough, I believe they put spray-on bed liner on this grill. You can see from the back, it's just a factory grill, but yeah, they put like I said, it appears to be factory, or not factory, but spray-on bed liner. It's pretty rugged. Looks like we got a bird's nest over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my my long air blower and the black spray paint, and then I'll just fog a fresh coat of spray paint on this thing. Looks like we gotta get this marker light back into position as well. Great, so I grabbed my paint and my air blower. Whatever creature built its nest in here, I mean, it was not messing around. Like, you can see all this fluff that was in there. There's still more that I'm gonna try to get out with the air blower here, but man, whatever creature that was, it was planning on being here for a while. There we go. Okay, so I've just got some satin black Rust-Oleum here. I'm just going to give a quick dusting over the AC condenser and down over here behind the lights where the paint's faded off of these things. I moved the lights out of the way because I don't want to get overspray onto those. So, but nothing crazy. I'm not trying to paint it. I just want to dust it so it's all a uniform color. Get a little power steering tool in there. Aluminum. Like I said, doesn't need to be perfect. This is going to be behind the grill. Almost nobody's ever going to see it unless they're looking. But I've got it apart. I'm here. I mean, why not just go ahead, give a little bit of satin black, just dress it up a teeny bit, make it look a little bit better. I had the paint sitting around on the shelf, so might as well use it. Not as worried about up here behind the headlights. Like I said, almost nobody's ever going to see that. I did notice there are some Scotch locks in here on the wiring for the turn signal bulbs. So, while I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and get those removed and get some heat shrink put on those wires so I don't have issues down the road. Which, I mean, my personal opinion on Scotch locks, it's not if you're going to have problems, it's when you're going to have problems. So, I honestly, like, they're one of the worst inventions ever, if you ask me. Because they just, I mean, they're a quick solution for people, I guess, if you got to turn around, you know, flat rate work or something like that. But ultimately, they're just going to be headaches down the road, either for you installing them or for the next person. or whoever is going to have to work on this thing in the future. So we're just going to get those out of there. So I have the peace of mind. I know I'm not going to have to worry about them, especially since I'm already in here. I'm not super worried about if I overspray anywhere. Like I said, most of this is never going to be seen. If I get a little bit on the fender there, I mean, the truck needs a paint job anyway. I'll probably paint it this summer when I'm going to have a weekend around that I don't need to go anywhere. And the weather's decent. And actually, I just noticed that the little air scoop that goes behind the bumper here is missing. So I'll go pull that off of the other donor Suburban that I have also, just to get that in here and make sure we're getting everything that GM intended to be going across the radiator. I am going to be pulling a trailer with this thing at some point, so I want to make sure the cooling system is getting all the airflow that it's supposed to be getting. So, alright, well, I'll go pull that little air scoop off of the other donor truck, give the paint a minute to dry, and then I'll bring you back on what we're doing next. Okay, I brought you back. You're a little bit closer in so you can see better what I'm doing. So the piece that I was just mentioning, the little air scoop that mounts behind the bumper, it's this piece here, and it's just held in with a couple of little plastic push-in clips. So it goes right in here. I get the center one pushed in first. You know, does anybody else hate those little plastic clips, by the way? I mean, these things, I think one of the best tools I ever bought was this little trim pop removal tool, because it makes getting these little fasteners out so much easier. Just so much easier. But even with that, I mean, half the time they break, or they don't work, or whatever else it may be. I mean, it's just, I hate them. I hate those things. You know, curses on whoever came up with them and thought they were a great idea. I guess they work if you're trying to put a truck together really fast and you're not the engineer, or you are the engineer, you're not the guy that's got to work on it again in the future. But, jeez, what a hassle they are. So that piece goes right in there. Cool. So then the next thing I need to do, got that where I like it. Just put it down like so. Boom. So now I can sit my bumper back up on here. So I'm gonna stick the bumper on here. This should be the same. It is, this Suburban is a 2003. The one that I'm using for parts that this bumper came off of is a 2004. I believe all of those parts are the same. At least the bumpers are the same. See if I can find my right bolts in here. There's one. 2, 3. Should have 2 more. 1 more. There it is. Okay, so these bolts are 15 millimeters. I'm going to throw a little dab of anti-seize on them. I've said in previous videos, you know, there's a lot of people, a lot of different opinions on anti-seize. It's good, it's bad. Personally, I'm a believer and a fan. If you're not, that's cool too. You do what you like and I'll do what I like, and we'll get along just fine because we don't have to work on each other's vehicles. Right? I'm not going to be upset about you doing what you like to do. You don't have to be upset about me doing what I like to do. What a novel concept in today's day and age, right? Just let people do what they like, as long as it doesn't hurt you. All right, look at these lower bolts put in. These lowers are tricky with this little air dam in here. Oopsie. Come on. Actually have it. This side is bent a little bit, so I'm gonna have to get that side pulled back out to where it should be to really know for sure. But standing back and looking at it, now I can see why it doesn't want to go. It looks like this whole bumper is twisted cattywampus. This side looks like it's about at the height it should be, the driver's side, but the passenger side looks like it's bent down and in. So I'm definitely gonna have to see what I can do to get that straightened out. But it's on there for now. I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get these lights put back in and get the grill snapped on real quick. There we go. All right, let's stand back and take a look at it. Okay, folks, so, man, there you go. I really like it better with the chrome factory style grill on it than I did with the black. I'm glad we decided to do that. It looks like my passenger side marker light is a lot significantly different than the driver's side marker light. I'll have to see if I have a good driver's side that I can get in there just to make those match a little more. It also, with that grill on there, you can see a lot better, maybe not so much in this light, but you can see a lot better how tweaked the bumper is on the passenger side. So I'm definitely going to have to try to see if I can't get that straightened out, and probably keep my eyes out for another bumper or another donor truck that hasn't been bashed into stuff. But I'll do my best to make this one work for the time being. But overall, I mean, at least now it's a complete truck in the front again. That it was kind of tweaking me out that it didn't have a bumper on it. I think it looks a lot better now. I think we can still make it look better still, but for the time being, this will get us through. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my mess out here cleaned up, get everything picked up out of the grass so I don't hit it with the lawnmower or something worse. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. If you learned something, if you enjoyed the video, you know, smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you want to see more. I apologize, it got dark on me fast. Hopefully here in the near future, I'll be able to get some light so I won't have to be limited by the amount of daylight that I have, at least on the outdoor projects like this one. So thanks again for watching. Take care, and we'll see you back soon.